Hello YouTube and welcome to Bub's World. I'm your host Bub, and today we're going to get into a comic haul of books that I picked up on the way to Toledo, in Toledo, and on the way back to Toledo. So in other words, not the Fantasticon haul. We already showed that, so if you missed that, go back and watch that. But these are the books that I picked up kind of in and around that whole trip. So let's make me small and get to the haul. Yo! All right, so first up, we had Roger Metarog come visit the old Bub's World, and he dropped off a few gifts. So first off, we have Enter the Lost World of the Warlord, great Mike Zett cover, and this is number 70 with a Mark Jewelers insert, so we appreciate that. And then we have number 71, also a Mark Jewelers insert, and this one's got the little star on there, so isn't that neat? I like seeing the one with the star stamp. I don't think this one had one, or I can't see it, or it might have rubbed off, but this one's got one, so I like that. And then these are pretty cool. Mystery in Space, number 103. Really weird stuff. I'm always digging that. And first appearance of the Ultra, the multi-alien. Why not? And this might be a second and or last appearance. Who knows? Ultra, the multi-alien here again. He's been all split up. So very cool. Looks like he got a little taller since the last issue. So cool there. All right, we went to a shop called Comic Book World up in Lawrence, Kentucky. You've heard Jambo Comics talk about it. It's one of his favorite shops. It's now one of my new favorite shops. I was able to get bags there too. My Lights. They sell My Lights. So you know, the prices may vary, but it's good to get them because I was completely out of Golden Age, and you can't find that anywhere. At least not in any shop that I ever go to. So picked up this. It's a modern, but I needed it. Star Wars Darth Vader, number 20. Now, this is a second print. The first print goes for like 20 bucks. It's not like a hugely expensive book, although I do think it's one that will go up over time. But the first print has gold. So this same color gold that's in the 50 is all around the border. And I have to say, I just really like the silver look better than the gold. So, and the gold looks nice too. And in fact, it'd be nice to have them as a pair, but I really like this silver look. So that's one I went with. They're saying this is the first appearance of the Mandalorian on a cover. We'll see about that. A lot of people are trying to say that the magazine, the Star Wars Insider, I think, where he was first drawn on a cover, is the first appearance of the Mandalorian. And then those are the same, and they'll argue about it on Instagram and Facebook. But those are the same people that argue that previews don't count and all these other things don't count. So, like anything else, people who invest heavily in a certain book, they want everyone to agree with them because that's protecting their investment. And I'm not trying to say that they're out there to deceive people, but it's in their mind. They can't let go of it. They've already decided. And so and what I'm trying to say is that they're deceiving themselves more than they're trying to deceive anyone else, I believe. But to me, this is the first appearance of Mandalorian on a cover. The Star Wars Insider book, when it came out, I had already made the decision that wasn't going to be the first appearance. I was like, you know what? That's a magazine, and like anything else, to me, it doesn't count. This is first appearance on a cover, on a comic cover. And that's what I think people are looking for. And then pretty soon, we're going to get his first appearance in continuity or in a storyline. So I'm sure those books will be heavy as well. All right. At that same shop, they had Wonder Woman, number 220. This is one I've been looking for our annual bondage showcase. This was recommended by a viewer of that video, which gets many views every day. The last one we did. So he said you got to check out Wonder Woman 220. I did, and boy was he right. Look at that. J.G. Jones killing it. That Wonder Woman. So that was on my want list, and I found it. So here's another one off my want list. Sorry for going out of order. Here's Wonder Woman number 200. That might be a Jones cover as well. I think it is. J.G. Jones. Very cool. I just love it. I just think it looks good. I love the art style. That works for me. And then here is number 243. You guys know I love my doppelganger covers. Now, I thought when I purchased this that I accidentally got a second copy of it, but the other copy I'm still waiting for in the mail. So maybe this one turns out to be better. So maybe I still did well because it was only a few bucks. So very happy to get that. So it's cool to walk into a shop and just randomly find 3 books on my want list and get to walk away with them. So that was cool. Next we have Wonder Woman blank. This was only a few bucks. Well, I guess cover price was $3. But what's cool about this is that it says blank, and like duh, it's a blank cover, but every page in here is blank. So I'm gonna take this to a convention and to multiple conventions. I estimate about 12 or 13 pages I should be able to get done without it bleeding through on the other side. So the idea will be to get these done by like sketch artists, but not big long sketches, but just like the kind of people that you go and they're like $15 for a sketch card, and I'll say, all right, how much for a page? It should be about $20, I figure. So about $20 a page, and this will be a nice, and all Wonder Woman. They'll all be images of Wonder Woman. So I think that'll be pretty cool to get that done, and I look forward to seeing what people can do in these pages. So I think Seawater 19 does something similar to that with a sketchbook that he takes around, but I think it'd be cool to have it in an actual comic form. So that's what I'm going to do with that. Very excited about that. Dick Tracy makes another appearance. We've seen him a lot lately. He had number 78. Again, constantly going out of order here. Sorry, everybody. But Dick Tracy Comics Monthly, that guy's getting a shot in the hand. Isn't that great? These comics, these Dick Tracy books are tremendously violent on the interior as well. Look at this guy, Dick Tracy 69. He got shot in the head. Look at him, he's bleeding from the head. That's crazy. So getting beat up. Looks like they're on a pile of coal or something. Dick Tracy 69. A little bit of color off there. Who knows? But got these at a super fair price. And, you know, I'm still working on this Harvey run. So hopefully we'll get a lot of those picked up here soon. Then we got Tip Topper number 24. The great Fritz Ritzy. Or Fritzy Ritz. I always do that. Fritzy Ritz. Look at that. And you got the mouse running away from, or the cat, the dog chasing the cat, chasing the mouse. Yeah, that's right. Running through their card game. So very cool. Some cute little good girl art. Ernie Bushmiller usually is the artist on these. Digging that. So when you go to one of these shops, finding Golden Age is like amazing. And this shop had quite a bit of it, so very pleased with that. And this last one I picked up there was Jumbo Comics number 102, the great Sheena cover. Look at that, very dynamic, and a sneaky little elephant cover, isn't it? See the elephant trunk there, and they're riding on the elephant's back. So a sneaky appearance of an elephant cover. Haha, you never know when they're going to show up. So we appreciate that. The Comic Book World in Florence, Kentucky. We'll see you again soon. Then when we got to Silver Age Dave's, the second night, there was a fella there named Hunter, and he stopped by to show us some stuff, and he had a few books. And so I bought this book off of him for a very fair price. Sheena Jungle Queen 3D. Very cool. Nice Fiction House release. And this book sells in various conditions for various prices, but it does have the included 3D glasses. So there you go. Jungle Beauties. Jungle Beast viewed through 3D. Very cool. And then he was giving away these famous funnies. He had a stack of them, and he let everybody pick one. I was the last one to choose, but it's got that cool octopus on there, and I like octopus covers. So, so there you go. There's Famous Funnies number 157 with that cool octopus. Then Dave was giving away a couple of books. He gave me this, Hallie the Hooters Girl, double signed, Bad is Good by, I think, Monty or Mona or something like that. But the Bad Hooters Girl. And then Kickin' Butt for You, Hallie signed it at the bottom, 1998 looks like. So, and it's the gold foil release, limited edition, and this is one of those kind of recalled books. Actually, they were sued because they didn't have the rights to do Hooters. So, There you go. Very cool. The interior is hilarious. I think it's great. I really, really like it. And then Dave hooked me up with this one, Wolverine 145. And I have, so you see here, I have the silver claws. And then this is the regular, if you will, or no foil edition. And then there is a gold edition, which I'm still on the hunt for, where the claws are gold foil. And then there's one with a printing error where they forgot to apply the foil, and these are mostly white. So, and they call that the bone claw variant. So if you see that, grab that. That's worth big money. And then let me know, and I'll buy it for half the price you paid. And I picked this one up. This is Robin #1. Silver Age Dave is really big on this title, so he wants everyone to read this. So I thought, okay, I'll give it a shot. So there you go. Robin #1, Silver Age Dave, recommended. And we're going to read that and see how we like it. And then he challenged me. He had about 20 or 25 of the issues of this in a box. And it's the Shadow #1. Now, I already have a copy, but my copy is beat, like really ragged out. And he said, well, see if you can find the best copy. And it's funny because another fella there, we kind of all huddled in, and this is what I determined to be the best copy. And it was funny because it was quite clearly the best. Like between this and the second best, there was a big gap. And it's the best to me because the circles, the DC and the 20-cent circles, are perfectly inside the lines. The black isn't on the staples. That's the only thing. So I like that black line to be right on the staples, and it's off the staples. It's pushed out, but that's okay. Still not too bad. You still get all the trade dress, and you get the comics code all in there without getting cut off. And this book is notorious for color shift. So a lot of times the white in the will be bled over in red, and all this gets kind of blurry. So this is an absolutely magnificent specimen of this book. So super pleased to have it, and one that might get graded because I just love it. I think it looks super cool. I'm a big Shadow fan, so yeah, definitely. And then he threw this one at me, the Rampaging Hulk, because it has a new story with Wolverine. So I didn't know that this had a new story, and Roger saw it. He was like, hey, that's got a new story, Wolverine. Then I read the story when I got home, and I was like, I recognize that story. I said, I've read that before. There's no way. He was like, no, it says new story. I was like, okay. So then Roger checked on it, and sure enough, it was reprinted in an issue of Marvel Comics Presents. So that's where I had read it. So I actually had read the reprint, and this is the original story. So very cool. I love these treasuries. They're so big and cool. Look at that. I mean, you got to enjoy that. That is killer. I love seeing the art because in this treasury side, if you've never owned, which I do now, finally own an original comic page, published page. If you've ever seen one, they're about this size. They're actually a little taller. And so when you're looking at this art, that's like the original drawn size, and they shrink it down for comics. So it's nice to see these treasuries in kind of the original size. So that's it. I hope you all enjoyed that, and we'll catch you next time in BUB'S World. Thanks to everybody. Thanks to Hunter. Thanks to Silver. Thanks to Roger. And thanks to Comic Book World in Florence, Kentucky. You guys really helping my collection. So we'll catch you next time. Remember to read a comic and don't apologize for the glare. Bye-bye.